Hey y'all, what's up? We're back for another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. I sure am. Been trying to get some things done today. I hope you guys are well. Thank y'all for joining me. We're going to run through some topics, some tea, some things that's been going on the internet streets so you guys can be caught up with this news that I know you guys can use. So thank you guys for joining me. Please don't forget to hit the like button as you come in. Let's get into this tea, honey. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Hey, Grandma 504, I see you. Thanks for being here, dear. All right, let's get into the news. All right. Hey, Lana Thomas, I see you. Shirley Terry, SD Warren, Erica Rogers, and everybody coming in. Thank y'all for being here. I know y'all were like, okay, is Cameron going live today? Yeah, she's going live. I've been trying to get stuff done, y'all. So y'all forgive me, child. All right. So I did extend my show slightly, just a little, so you guys can get a little more of me, because I know y'all be wanting to hear all this news, child. Y'all be telling me, Cameron, stay a little longer, do another topic. So I extended just a little bit for you guys today. All right. So let's get into the show. This says, it was Martell really in an accident? I have not seen anything reputable on that topic. Now, I've been seeing some AI channels reporting on it. As I told you guys yesterday, I will not report on it until I get more concrete evidence, because I don't like to just talk about stuff and then it's not, true. So, hey, I see you guys coming in. So unless it's absolutely true in terms of his accident, then I'm gonna kind of stay off of it and until I get a more reputable source. Okay. So yeah, I don't like to talk about stuff like that, because like I said, his kids are on social media. I don't want to report that and then they see it and then they be upset and say, oh my God, my dad's in an accident, we didn't know about it, and then I'm the cause of them being upset over, you get what I'm saying. I want to be a little respectful. So until I find some more concrete news, then I'll talk about it. We haven't seen Melody talk about it. Like I said, we really haven't seen a reputable source yet. So I'm gonna stay off that, because it did come from an AI channel. All right, so let's continue. Let's get into our first topic of the day. All right. Thank you all for joining. There's so much going on. My God. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. Get that back. Clicking, child. Oh, Lord. Y'all pardon me for not being on camera. I didn't want to be. I've been working out and stuff, I'm tired. So y'all forgive me. Let's get into this video. All right, so a Florida man is arrested after secretly marrying 3 women in 3 different counties. Now, y'all know that's a mess. That's illegal as hell. You cannot be married to 3 people, okay? Now, they reportedly rushed them into marriage, then demanded joint bank accounts before becoming abusive. Now, that sounds a little, okay. I keep saying you got to look for red flags. Let's get into this, honey, because that is a crime, all right? That is a crime. Ask Shirley Strawberry ex-husband. Ernesto, because y'all know he was married to several women when he married Shirley Strawberry. So let's get into this news, child.
Charges for marrying 3 Florida women in 3 different counties at the same time. Tonight, those women are speaking out, saying the system that handles marriage licenses kept them in the dark.
There are no safeguards, and that, I feel like that's part of where the system failed.
He took each one of us to a county over to get married in.
If the counties did talk, it would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
I-Team investigator Adam Walser breaks down how this could happen at a time when online records can be viewed with a few clicks of a mouse.
A wedding usually signifies a lifetime commitment between 2 people embarking on life's journey. But these 3 Florida women learned they were on the same journey with Henry Betsy Jr. at the same time. This is Henry's mugshot, which is the most recent and clear picture we have of him. Michelle married Henry in Hernando County in November 2022.
I met him on Match.com. We met in early November.
How soon did you marry Henry?
It was very short. It was very soon. It was within about 3 weeks span.
Henry was still married to Brandy, who married him in Manatee County that February. Brandy asked us not to show her face to protect her job.
I met him on a dating app. The first time I'd ever got on a dating app. He said all the right things.
When Brandy married Henry, he was still married to Tanya, who obtained a marriage license in Gadsden County in November 2020. Tanya asked us to blur her face because she's a domestic violence survivor.
Meeting him on a dating site and the way he portrayed himself, he sold the perfect person when in reality he was none of those things.
I'm Mr. Betsy, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear for any testimony you giving the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, sir.
Michelle gave us cell phone videos of court hearings. Henry Betsy Jr. was arrested for felony bigamy last year after Tanya figured out she wasn't his only wife.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
I'm just looking because it's so bizarre. We never get discharged.
The wives say marrying Henry was easy.
You go to the records division, you apply for a marriage license, they take your information, they take a copy of your photo ID, and we got married right there at the courthouse. No questions asked. There was nothing that was flagged in the system for him having already 2 prior open marriage license.
I did the paperwork and got married all within 15 minutes.
In Pinellas County, 2,000 people get married at courthouses each year. There is a 72-hour waiting period for Florida residents, but that can be waived by a judge, and there is no required wait for people from other states. Pinellas County Clerk Kim Burke says Florida makes it easy to get married because the state is a big wedding destination.
Does it surprise you that someone was able to be married to 3 different people in 3 different Florida counties at the same time?
Well, it does surprise me, but unfortunately, there's not really safeguards to find that out.
Burke says marriage applications are based on the honor system.
They swear that the information on the application is correct. And one of the things they have to show is that if they were married previously, how did the marriage end? Either was death, divorce, or annulment.
But licenses and marriage certificates aren't compared to documents in other counties when they're sent to the state.
Because if there were safeguards in place and there was cross-referencing on different counties here in the state of Florida, none of this would have ever happened.
His wives, who met Henry on Match, Tinder, and Stir, recently found his profile on another dating site while he was still legally married to them.
Looking for a beautiful woman that understands the ups and downs of life, is trustworthy, and no games.
His wives say they later came to believe their marriages had more to do with money than love.
The day we got married, he was like, well, we need to make your bank account a joint bank account.
We were either divorced or about to be divorced, maybe coming into something.
Child support, alimony, anything that comes with, the extra perks of marrying a newly single divorced woman.
So he hit the jackpot here.
He did, 100%.
Henry's financial situation appears to have taken a turn for the worst.
Do you have any source of income presently?
No, no more, sir.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, sir.
Michelle and Tanya say they escaped their marriage and obtained domestic violence orders after Henry became abusive. Brandy says she kicked Henry out of her house after just 5 days of marriage. Henry finally filed for divorce from Tanya following his arrest and is now seeking annulment for his marriages to Michelle and Brandy.
Do you think there's any need to do anything else to prevent this type of thing?
I just think it's too hard. I mean, as much as we have records and so forth, people are very transient. You can get divorced in another state.
Henry's wives are hoping he'll be convicted and spend time behind bars.
It's a potential that he may just walk away with probation. And that's what's really hurtful, is there's no accountability. There's nothing that is going to stop him from doing this again.
Henry Betsy Jr. has pleaded not guilty to the felony bigamy charge and has another court hearing later this month. We reached out to him, but he declined through his attorney to comment.
Facing charges for
So many red flags here. Jesus, where do we begin? Who the fuck is out here marrying somebody 3 weeks after meeting them on a dating site? That's the first red flag, because you don't know this person. Anybody can act right and be normal for 3 weeks. Like, this is the craziest thing ever. So many women get caught up in that. Obviously, he, I think maybe it's his eyes. They say, oh my God, he's a nice looking guy. Look at his eyes. His mouth game was probably good, where he could talk to women and tell them whatever they want to hear. He's very slick. He was very conniving, obviously. And he had a motive in terms of getting their money, obviously. So he had a type. He looked for women who had prior abuse situations. And you can kind of tell when you talk to a woman if she's a little triggered or if she has some, prior things going on in her life. just by conversation, especially if you're a con man and you've done this quite a few times. When you're talking to a woman, you can kind of tell. Women, some of us can be very open when you're trying to meet a person, and she's probably say, oh, you know, my previous relationships, if he asked the right questions, oh, my previous relationships, I went through this, and my ex-husband did this. So he preys upon certain types of women that go through things like that because they're still healing, they're still vulnerable. So he can then slide in there and get what he's looking for, which is money and somebody to take care of him. You heard him in court. I don't have nothing in the bank. I don't have this. He don't have anything. So he's looking for somebody to leech off of. And these women were very gullible and very desperate, seemed like, to jump into a situation with him so quickly and get got, as they call it. Okay. But they're saying that according to ABC News, that Henry Betsy Jr. is now facing felony bigamy charges after his scheme was exposed. Now, Betsy allegedly used dating apps, like I said, Bumble, Tinder, Match.com, and Stir. Y'all hear those? I'm gonna say them again. If you're on Bumble, Tinder, Match.com, and Stir, to target recently divorced women, presenting himself as a loyal, marriage-ready man. All right. So if you guys are on any of those dating sites, beware of Henry Betsy Jr. All right. Because he's a dangerous one. And he probably got a few wives out there as well. Now, they said that once he gained their trust, Betsy would rush into marriage and convince the women to open their joint bank accounts, giving him access to their finances. Now, after securing the bank, he reportedly became abusive. Of course. Said that his first known wife, Tanya Betsy, married him in Duval County in November of 2020. In November of 22, he tied the knot with Brandy Betsy in Manatee County. Then 9 days later, in November of 2022, he married Michelle Betsy in Hernando County, all while still married to the other women. Y'all see this? Child. Hey, Sister Soldier, she said, I salute you. Thanks for being here, dear. All right. Now, Tanya eventually grew suspicious and went into full detective mode, digging through marriage records county by county. That's when she discovered that he had other marriages. Says that she also reached out to Michelle and together they contacted authorities, sparking an investigation that led to Betsy's arrest. Said that he has since then filed for divorce from Tanya and is seeking annulments from Brandy and Michelle. So now that they've exposed him, now he want to get an annulment. He want to get far away from them so he can move on and get married probably again. Do I think he's going to do this again? Yeah, because this is his MO. So guys, be careful if you're out there dating and you're on dating sites. I'm going to call them out again. If you're on Bumble, Tinder, Match.com, and Stir, okay? Definitely beware because he does have profiles in all of those. All right. So this little setup that he thought he was going to have did not work out. So he's going to move on to the next victim, and don't let it be you. All right. Don't let it be you. We need a jam session. Hey, it's Sunday, honey. Let's get it. All right. I told you, I feel like y'all be not hitting the like button because y'all be want to twerk. Y'all be want to twerk over here on my channel. All right. I don't mind y'all twerking, but please hit the like button when you do. All right. Let's twerk, honey. Let's get it. Hey. Come on. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hey. All right, y'all do an update and like I'll do it 171. Let's get it up. 171 and 171 like hey. Right. What we looking like? What we looking like? I got 104. We need some more. Come on, guys. Let's get up. Let's get up. Work. Hey. Like, come on. Like, come on. Hey. Got 172 watching. Let's get it. Let's get them up. We need about 150 likes. Get it. Come on. Come on, Dougie. Hey. Hit the light. Hey. Come on. You get an update. Update. Let me get it. Come on. Hey. Get it, let me get it. What's it like? Looking like? Let me get it. Hey. What's it like, y'all? Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's get our show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Once again, come on. Got some nosy people in the chat. That's what it is, child, in the bushes. All right, I'm gonna bring the beat back a little bit. I'm gonna bring it on back. 81 watching. The head count's going up now. The lights going up. Can we get an update on the lights, please? On the light. 119, y'all snipping the lights. Oh my God. Can't take y'all. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Y'all are stingy with the likes. I should just log off, y'all. Oh my God, I have other things I can do today. Y'all tripping. Ciao. All right, let's go. 125 is going up. I see it. Y'all hit the like button. It's so free. The like button is free. Okay. I'm not asking y'all for cash apps and super stickers. I said the like button, that's free. Just go up there and tap. That's it. I mean, you over here getting the news, you might as well just tap. All right, damn, y'all be doing that house. All right, so let's get into some news. All right, so Kenya Moore, child, is still on a little press tour. All right, let's get into Kenya, child. Right, tap. Let them know, Sunny Days. All right, so our housewives from the housewife, child. Let's get into what Kenya Moore had to say, because you see she got Mark the Narc up here. Let's get into it, child. Reality with the king. She's sitting down with Carlos. I know Carlos gonna always get the scraps when it's a mess going on with Bravo. Okay, because he's still vicariously living through Bravo. He really think he's still on Bravo, even though he over there on with those low ratings. All right, but let's get into it, because he done scooped Kenya Moore up to get some news. Maybe we can use. I don't know. Let's see.
Where are my spinoffs? When I was at the height of my time on this show, and I wanted a spinoff with my child having a baby, and I was denied that. And you know why? That should have never happened. Because the show should come first. The show should always come first. And I cannot say that the show is coming first now.
Were you punished because you got married to Mark Daly off camera?
Of course. Is that a secret? I mean, is that a secret? Of course. Yeah, they didn't like that. And listen, I understand both sides. I'm a smart girl. I understand both sides. We have invested all this time in you. Your storyline from the beginning is that you wanted to be married and you wanted to have a baby. But when I tell you on my side, well, I can't have a husband by bringing him on this show, because we all see how that turns out season after season. If I bring a man on this show, it's like the kiss of death. It's not going to work for whatever reason. And now you're seeing that every marriages are failing. Marriages are failing. I'm trying to get married. And if I have all of these distractions, all of these girls and all of these things being said, and people, constantly putting all this negative attention, people going in. I remember I brought one guy on the show once. Before he was just in the trailer. Before he even appeared on the show, they had mug shots of him. They had all kind of stories coming out on him. And it's like, for what? You're killing me. You're and this is not the fault of Bravo. This is the fault of all of the people invested in our show. And it's unfair to dig up dirt on someone that you don't even know yet.
Yeah.
And for what is the point of it? What is the end result of that? What is the end game for you to fuck with my life? Because obviously this man is going to look at me like, well, you're having my clients calling me that didn't even know I had been arrested, and they don't even know what this was about. This was about a man doing X, Y, and Z to me, not what they're portraying it to be. So it's a costly thing for me, and I weighed what I needed first, and I needed to have a family before I needed a show, which is why I can always walk away. Where are my spinoffs?
Well,
when I was at the
Kenya, you ain't gonna, let me tell you something. Anytime you be behind somebody else's husband and doing the stuff that you were doing, especially like to Phaedra, because you were on some real nasty stuff when it came to Phaedra when she was married to Apollo. You were flirting with him and other people as well on the show with their husbands. You had no respect for nobody else's man nor their relationship or anything else surrounding that. But then you want people to respect yours. You are a public figure, so Bravo can't help that other people are trying to help you out by pulling up mugshots, girl. That might have saved your life because Matt ass was crazy, and I already talked about Matt. If that's who you talking about, Kenya, out here with a whole nother mugshot where he done put hands on another girl in a parking lot somewhere. I think it was in a Costco's parking lot. I talked about it right here on my show. So, girl, sometimes somebody might be doing you a solid by pulling up these crazy niggas that you keep bringing on the show. You only have a new man every season. I mean, you only have a new man every season. I mean, damn, I'm like DMX over here. It was Walter. Damn, every single season. You had Walter, you had Matt, you had Mark the Narc on there, you had another guy on there. Like, girl, every damn season. Every damn season. And none of your relationships work, and the problem is you, Kenya. I'm going to go ahead and say it right here on my channel, girl. The problem is you, Kenya. Your marriage to Mark, I feel like that was a whole farce. I feel like Mark gave you a child and you paid off them tax liens, baby. And that's just what it was. Mark never lived with you. Y'all didn't have a solid relationship and a marriage. Mark was still living with his baby mama in New York. I already verified that when I talked about it in one of my older videos. Girl, like, I don't know who you fooling. Of course, you're not going to show your marriage to him on the show because it was an arranged marriage. And we already know that. I don't know why it took y'all so long to get divorced. Like, seriously, like, stop the mess. And nobody was about to give you, Bravo was not about to bend backwards and give you no damn spinoff show because nobody saw you as being interesting enough to watch you have a baby special when you didn't want to share your real life. So Bravo is like, you want to pick and choose what you want to share, but then you want us to come off the dime and give you a damn spinoff show because you done sat back and watched Kim Zolciak, who I ain't feel like she needed one either. I think Nene, I think she was saying she wanted a spinoff show as well. And how Kim Zolciak got one over them, hell, I would have liked to watch Nene over Kim. I ain't want to watch no damn tardy for no party, and I damn sure didn't want to watch no damn tardy for Kenya. I did not want to watch no tardy for the Kenya either. So, but anyway, and anywho, girl, don't nobody give a fuck about that, Kenya. Please go away. Go heal. Go and heal. You acting like somebody else I know. I ain't even gonna say the name. Damn, it's getting to that point. Go heal. Bravo ain't checking for you. They don't want your ass back right now. Go sit it out for a little while. Stop doing interviews and figure out why your damn hair spa ain't open. And you only had that bitch open when the Real Housewives of Atlanta cameras was up over there. Okay, that's really what it was given. That's what it was given. Figure out why you are such a mean girl and why you run your mouth so damn much and put yourself in situations to where you are right now. Okay, go and pay off them damn back taxes on your home. Okay, before they foreclose on it like they did Porsha's home. You got a lot of stuff you could be worried about instead of sitting up here talking to this chipmunk, Carlos King, the chipmunk child, trying to do an interview. Like, sit down. I'm so sick of her. But since we're on her, because she wasn't done, child. Let me get through some more things that I saw where she's been sitting down and talking, child.
The ghetto white refrigerator.
Yeah, like, oh God, and the ambulance in the background and the police sirens. I was like, oh, y'all tried it.
All right, so I said the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore talks about her past TV gold moments, and Carlos King talks about begging her to stay after season 5. So this is what it's given.
Now you're like, it's funny. It's like,
right.
It's stupid, whatever.
That's stupid. I'm like, I'll take that L. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm across the street from the Fox Theater in a 2-bedroom, 4-star hotel. It's fine. Okay. Like, even just showing my little office papers, my little makeshift office, like, it was like, like really? It's my office. Like, you would think it was roaches and rats running around on the sofa the way they made it.
I love it that you're like, now that was good. Like,
that was hilarious.
Okay, fine. Who cares? It's
that
silly.
was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
The whole thing with the landlord who tried to put me out the house. You cannot buy that kind of TV. You cannot plan it.
Okay,
you cannot buy 2 things that were my ultimate triggers. Saying that I had some kind of illness because of my mom, and saying that I was an alcoholic, and that all leads back to my mother in her treatment of me and the things that she did to try to destroy me. And that is why I have the opinion that I have of Phaedra now, amongst other things.
Okay, so in this clip here, Kenya is talking about she's talking about the demise of Phaedra and her friendship. Okay, so she's saying she ain't cool with Phaedra, which works out good because Phaedra's coming back. So you would have been looking crazy and on your BS like you doing with Britt Edie with Phaedra coming back anyway. So you weren't gonna be a good fit no way anyway. All right.
We'll get into that in a second too.
Yeah. Two things that were my ultimate triggers: saying that I had some kind of illness because of my mom, and saying that I was an alcoholic, and that all leads back to my mother and her treatment of me and the things that she did to try to destroy me. And that is why I have the opinion that I have of Phaedra now, amongst other things.
We'll get into that in a second too.
Two things that were he was so sweet. He would call me all the time. He was a nice guy. This was years ago. This is way before Kim Kardashian. I don't even know. This was pre-Housewives. So this had to be, I don't even know the year, 2010 maybe. I don't know. So he invited me to the studio or something, and he would call and call. I was like, I just said, okay, fine, I'll go. Like literally after 10 or 12 calls. So we ended up going. He said he had to check on something at his house. We went into his house, and it was a newly renovated house or something, but all of the furniture was covered with plastic. Like it was all new furniture, and it like was this low. It was like modern furniture, but literally the kind that's sitting almost on the damn floor. So I remember sitting there on the plastic furniture, waiting for him to go check on whatever. I'm sitting there. 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, 40 minutes go by. No Kanye. I'm like, okay, I hear this noise. So it's like a TV, but I couldn't really, so I'm looking for him. Hey, so I start walking around the house looking for him. Hear the noise, follow the noise, go down into this room. And he was in the room. And then I walk in and I look on the TV and it was porn. I was like, I'm going home. I was like, what the hell?
Was he getting himself ready for some action?
No, he was just sitting there.
He wasn't like rubbing.
No,
okay.
He was literally just sitting there watching porn.
As if he was watching NFL.
Yeah. And left me upstairs sitting on the sofa. And I was just like, oh, I got to go. And he was so sweet.
So she's talking about her experience when she went to go hang out at Kanye West's house. Child said that she was upstairs doing something. And he was downstairs watching PORN. Child. So Kenya is doing like this little interview. I don't really care no more. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna cover on that. Let's move around to some more things. Okay, y'all can go look at it in its entirety at your leisure. Okay, I had to plug up my phone, y'all. I'm sorry. Ciao. All right, so let's get on with the next topic. For those of you that watch Love and Hip Hop Miami, I stopped watching it because it's a little too ratchet for my kind, child. My ratchet meter was my ratchet meter will only go to a certain level, and this show right here is giving too much. But I do know some of the people that they're talking about. You guys know who Amara La Negra is. Amara La Negra. Y'all know who she is. They're saying something about her baby daddy's wife is showing off the husband. Y'all know Amara La Negra just had some twins, and they're saying that she had them by this guy that's on our screen, but it's given that he must have been married or something like that. So now his wife decided to pop out with the husband, child, and make herself known. So I don't know what message she's trying to send to old boy and the wife, or send to Amara rather. By popping out with old boy, because you smiling at him like he wasn't wrong to go out and sleep with Amara while he was married to you. I don't know why these women think it's such a flex to be trying to shade the woman that cheated with the man when you need to be going off on his ass, like at the end of the day. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is Amara La Negra up here at the top. She's beautiful, and then this is the guy that has said that she had the baby, her twin daughters by. All right, but now it's given that he's gone back to his wife now that Amara has had these babies. He's gone back to his wife now, and they're trying to make it work. So now the wife is, I guess, trying to put these like flex pictures up to make him, or make Amara feel a certain type of way. I mean, child, at the end of the day, she's still gonna get a check. She got 2 kids by your husband, and I'm not praising that in any way, shape, or form. You need a child, and you welcome to go back to whoever you want to go back to and be with who you want to be with. But understand, he got to pay child support to her for 2 children, twins to be exact. All right, until they are 18 or 21 if they decide to go to college. All right, so you might want to check him so he don't be out here in these streets embarrassing you like he did when he was fooling around with Amara, and then you're running back to him trying to prove a point. Okay, because that's totally not a flex 6. All right, moving on. Moving on. Somebody else that's talking about their marriage. Let's get into it. I'm about tired of Ray J and Princess, but it is news that I hope you guys can use. Shout out to Nostalgia Moments. Princess Love talks about why she filed for divorce from Ray J. Says that he cannot stop acting like he's 20. Well, you knew he was 20 when he pushed your ass in that pool where you had on all that had on your makeup and your nice little threads over there in your little red bottoms, okay? When you threw that drink in his face and you got up trying to push him in the pool and he pushed you in the pool, and then you still turned around and married him and had 2 kids. So, I mean, the red flags were there, but you chose to look past the red flags and you know, and still marry him anyway. And now you're going through him crashing out every other day and twice on Sundays, okay? But let's get into what she had to say.
He has like 2 different sides then. He has like the family side, and he's a great provider.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a good husband as far as like making sure the family's good, and always like I can literally call him at any time and he'll pick up. Like he's always there. You know what I mean?
And not a loyal husband.
He's just he just can't stop acting like he's 20.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's stuck in a certain time, probably the height of his career, with a lot of men. Oh, sorry, because I know y'all going to bash me and say I always talk about men. But I feel like I see a lot of men get caught in a certain period of their career, and they don't want to let that time go, and they just don't grow up sometimes.
I don't know what it is. I tried to make sense of it.
Yeah.
And what made me stay so long with Ray is because he had a great foundation. So I'm like, he's going to grow out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, we're married. We said our vows. I'm your wife. I will stick through it for as long as I can.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll look back on this and, you know, but it is. You know, at a certain point, it's like my clock is ticking and I ain't getting no younger.
Yeah.
And, you know, my thing is, my turning point was, I'm like, I don't want to wake up like 50, 60 years old and I'm like, I should have
been left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has like 2 different sides then. He has like
I don't understand why Princess doesn't see that she's pretty much wasting her time being with him. Girl, like how long does it take for you to actually realize that Ray J is not going to respect you? Yes, you guys can still be, you know, y'all can still co-parent and be parents to your children, but you don't have to still be with him. You don't still have to allow him to come into your personal space if you guys decided to separate and have to be calling the police on him. She just had to call the police on him, about a month ago, where he came to her house and was crashing out. And mind you, he's doing this all in front of their children. So not only is he traumatizing you, Princess, but he's also traumatizing your children to where they're going to probably wind up having to get some type of therapy because their father is on some type of drugs or something, allegedly, because he continues to do what he does. And you have to protect your children at this point. It's not about Ray J. Ray J is an adult. If he can't control himself and go get help, maybe tell him he can't come around the kids or come around you until he does. Because you don't want your children tainted by his actions and his constant crash outs and him coming around you and being aggressive to where you have to go and seek help through 911. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Like this continuously trying to prove a point to him and make him do what you want him to do by going and wasting the court's time by filing all these egregious divorces on him only to retract it and stay with him. It's starting to get really old. And then I'm tired of the interviews where you're talking about Ray J's doing this and Ray J's doing that. What are you going to do about it? Like, at what point are you going to put your foot down and say, hey, no more? You were married to someone who told you that you had to do things outside of the, outside of your bedroom that you didn't want to do in terms of inviting other people in your bedroom with Ray J in an effort to please him. You said that you pretty much degraded yourself having threesomes for your husband to satisfy him, and that's something you didn't want to do. So what's the problem? Ain't nobody gonna ever make me do something I don't want to do. And I damn sure ain't about to do no threesomes in order to satisfy the person that I'm with. That tells you right there he don't respect you. You took vows to be with this man. And if he don't honor his vows, let his ass go. Period. Ray J really needs to grow up. And Princess, you need to grow up as well, because you continue to condone his behavior, and it's going to continue until you stop. All right. That's all I got on that shit. They get on my nerves. Grow up, child. Grow up. All right, somebody else that needs to grow up. I guess this is a relationship type of Sunday. Child, let's get into the next. I'm trying to pull you guys some great topics. Queen Naija, I do like her. Okay, I do like her. I like her music, but I don't like the fact that she allows her man, okay, her baby daddy, as they call it. I don't like that name, but whatever it is. I don't like that she allow him to embarrass her the way that he does. Now, people, I don't know, this is 2025, and obviously people get into relationships and they put the cart before the horse, as the old people call it, in terms of having children and then expecting the man to marry them when you're doing everything that a wife does. And then when they put you on a stall or on installment plan, and they get married when they feel like it, or don't get married at all, they just give you a ring or don't give you a ring, but keep making you have children and child after child after child, and you continue to stay there and keep playing wifey, then it becomes your fault. Because at the end of the day, if you have certain standards that you require from a man, and you don't hold him to those, and you let him do what he want to do, including cheating on you, then why you sit up in interviews and looking for sympathy from somebody else who don't care, like me? I don't really care. I mean, it's just it's news, it's topics. I'll entertain it, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna ever care more about your situation than you. If you want to stay there with somebody who disrespects you. Okay, so the people are saying that Queen Naija, honey, she's trending after she responds to fans dragging her man Clarence, honey, for not proposing to her yet during an interview. She's been with him for quite some time, and she's gonna probably just stay right there while she's the star, and he gonna keep using her money and keep impregnating her. She gonna stay there and be stupid. So let's get into it, y'all.
Like, because I know you see the comments that people have about your relationship now, and they're like, okay, y'all should be married by now, and people trying to put you on a timeline, and they don't realize, like you said, you're not even 30 yet, and people are putting you on what they think and their timeline is. And like you said, y'all don't know these people's relationships. They don't. Y'all
don't know what go on.
So how does that get to you a little bit?
No, not anymore. So I will take accountability and say the reason why they even say that is because of me. In the past, when I was so like, and not to say I'm not in love now, but when you're first in that relationship, you're so head over heels in the first like few years. It's like, I don't know, like I put a lot of things about marriage in my songs. I talked a lot about marriage in interviews. So people just like, she wants marriage, give it to her, you know? But I had to sit back and think like, hold on, wait a minute. I still need some time for myself, because once you become a wife, that's a whole nother, like you're that's a duty. Like, just like as a mom.
Like, because I know you see the comments that people have about your relationship now, and they're like, okay, y'all should be married by now, and people trying to put you on a timeline. They don't realize,
like, just like as a mom, that's a duty. I had to step back, and I just realized this maybe a couple years ago, like I can wait. I actually can wait. Actually, like, no, seriously, because it's not like a rush thing. So I think people are taking a lot of old clips and things that I've said. I put my own foot in my mouth. I'm the reason why they do that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know, like I said, the growth that has happened, like in my mind, and like, you know, just really doing therapy and like being asked those questions, like, well, are you ready to be a wife? Is he ready to be a husband?
That's what I was.
Yeah, is he ready to be a, like?
But stop letting him knock you up every other year, child, and spending up your money, and stop acting like a wife if you're not ready to be a wife. That's my thing. And people can live the way they want to, but my thing is, when you expecting for a man to take responsibility and step up and do that, when you make it so comfortable for him, he's gonna take his time, because for what? He like, why I need to get married when I can get the cow, you know, when I can get the milk for free? Like, why I got to go out here and buy a ring when we already live together, and we already got, you know, shared bank accounts, when we already doing everything that married people do? That's how some men look at it, when you make it so comfortable for them. And I get it. A lot of people want to live together prior to getting married. I did it. I mean, and, you know, it is what it is. You want to get to know a person before you walk down the aisle. I judge no one on that, because like I said, I did it. But at the end of the day, you don't want to make it so comfortable to where you just lose all of your standards, and you don't keep saying to him, look, Now, even though we living together, that does not mean I'm getting ready to do everything that a wife does, because eventually I'm gonna want a ring. Okay, like yeah. I'm not gonna keep pushing out these kids, honey, and you gonna keep running to the bank and taking that money out, and you're not gonna step up at some point and make a wife out of me. Okay, hell no. I mean, shit. I'm just saying. You got what way to know a person than to live with them? And I know that's not the right way. Biblically, it's not right to live with a person before that. And I knew better because I grew up in the church, but it was my personal decision. Okay. And it panned out okay for me because your girl is a wife over here. We've been a wife for a little while over here. All right. But at the end of the day, you have to have standards and stick with those standards. All right, let's continue.
Do I want to get married to somebody right now who's not ready to be a husband? And I'm not saying he's not, but we are honestly still working on ourselves.
Y'all need to be on the same page too. That's what I was gonna say. Like, you want to get married, but I feel like when it comes to men, you want a man to propose to you when he's
just like as a mom,
when he's ready.
When he's ready,
you don't want it
not
to be because people are putting the pressure on him, or because he feel like, oh, she might leave me if I don't do it. It needs.
All right, women, put it in chat, because this is gonna be a good topic here. Put in the chat, how long is too long to stay with a person before they want to marry you? How long? How long do you give a man to say, you know what? Let me go ahead and wife you. Okay. How long is too long to stay in a relationship with a man or a significant other before you start looking into that person stepping up to say, hey, I'm going to make you a wife? How long? Put it in there. Put it in the chat for me. All right. While we're still listening.
To be when he's ready, because that's when you're going to get the best version of him as a husband.
Yes. And like, who wants to get married? And then it's just like, dang.
But people
I got the ring. They do. I got the ring, but now it's like, no. I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
When the time is right.
Yeah.
When he's ready.
When he's ready.
You don't want it to be because people are putting the pressure on him, or because he feel like, oh, she might leave me if I don't do it. It needs to be when he's ready, because that's when you're going to get the best version of him as a husband.
Yes. And like, who wants to get married? And then it's just like, dang.
But people.
So y'all see that? She's like, yeah, no. But I've seen several other videos and interviews with Queen Naija where that's really all she was talking about, marriage, and saying that she wanted to be a wife. She wanted to get married. So now it's given that he's dragging his feet. So now she's doing the whole, I can wait. It's really not that serious for me. Why? Because he's not ready and because he won't go ahead and do it. So now you become comfortable with giving him as much time as he wants, because you don't want to be embarrassed by constantly talking about being a wife and he won't go ahead and wife you. Is that what it is? I don't know. It's weird. But shout out to the voice for the people's react. Okay. Shout out to them for that. Let's move on, child. Y'all let these men play in your face if you want to. You better let them know. All right, so we're going to do a little quick update on this topic. We ain't going to stay on it long. This is really an update because we talked about it in Car Chronicles, where Misa Hylton, which is Diddy's baby daddy, is upset with Mary J. Blige. She sued her for $5 million. But now it's saying that Misa Hylton, honey, has reportedly, she's open to dropping the $5 million lawsuit against Mary J. Blige if Vado, which is the guy you see here, he's an R&B artist, if his career is restored. Now, what happened was, okay, Misa Hylton, they say, may be willing to drop the $5 million lawsuit against longtime friend Mary J. Blige if the singer makes things right with her signed artist Vado. Okay, it says that in case you missed it, it says that Misa Hylton claimed that Mary J. Blige and her company Beautiful Life Productions sabotaged Vado's career by pressuring him to end his management deal with Hylton. All right, which made her lose money. She should be mad. It says that the suit alleges that Mary threatened to block him from touring or releasing music if he didn't comply and follow through with those threats. All right. It also goes on to say that Miss Hylton, which is Misa, did not want this to become a public matter. Said that her attorney Nicholas told allofhiphop.com that she exhausted every avenue before resorting to the courts. It says that these women were closer than biological sisters, and they were. All right. I told you guys that Misa was responsible for styling Mary J. Blige on her What's the 411 album. Every outfit that you saw, the baseball cap, the shorts, the boots, the Timberland boots, she was responsible for that look. And a lot of other women who were dressing like that back in the day, that was Misa's idea. Do your homework on her. All right. She is a stylist. She is P. Diddy's baby mama. She was in the One More Chance video in the hot tub. you guys remember with Diddy and everybody else, child, she's been in the game for quite some time. So she got old money as well. But she's married. She's mad and falling out with Mary J. Blige, which she kind of saw her as a sister. But y'all know money will make people fall out. So she said that this lawsuit wasn't plan A. She says it was plan Z. She said that the time that they spoke was on the Amalfi Coast in August. It says that after that, radio silence, no text, no calls, no invites. It says that's according to her attorney. It says that he also claimed that Mary J. Blige kept the rapper off the tour despite promises. So it's given that Mary did not want to budge in terms of them having a contract to where Votto was supposed to tour, because everybody knows artists make most of their money, the bulk of their money, when they go on tour. But Mary was blocking that, which then she was also blocking Misa's bag as well. So it's given that there's some inside stuff going on with some contractual stuff, and they just need to go ahead and settle it out, out of social media. Y'all know Mary is about her money. She's still trying to recoup after being married to Kendu Isaacs, which is her ex-husband, who she was taking care of for spousal support. After they got divorced, he continuously took her to court, and the judge ordered her to pay him millions of dollars, to be exact, and thousands of dollars per month, when he's the one that stepped out and cheated on her. So so Mary's trying to bounce back, and maybe she's just feeling like she's in bitch mode right now because of that. Y'all know, honey, when a woman is broken hearted, child, like Brandy and Wanye, then they do some things, just a little uncouth sometimes. So maybe that's what Mary's going through. I don't know. I'm just, hypothetically speaking, but hopefully they will figure it out and get past it. Let's move on. All right, Ming Lee, which is Nicki Minaj's sister, she's crashing out online. Let's get into that, okay? Let's get into Ming Lee, child. Crashing out. Ming Lee has a mental breakdown and says that she's grateful to have a new place, but it don't mean much with loved ones to share it with, okay, child? Nikki, can you come and get your sister? Okay, please come and get your sister. All right, so this is Nicki Minaj's sister. They look alike, don't they? Ming Lee. Let's get into her, child. Crashing out.
Serious, bro. I'm serious. Like this is how it is. When you feel like you can't say shit no more, you have to let it out. This is just a guy, bro. You gotta vent, bro. You gotta vent. Be going through shit. That's it, right, bro. Every single day. And it be even my fault, anybody's fault. It could be anybody's fault. It don't matter, bro. Any situation could be happening, bro. Please pray, y'all. Please, I'm begging you. I'm so grateful to have this crib, bro. I worked hard for this. Damn, bro. I gotta understand. For me.
Just doing the damn most.
I don't have nothing to be happy about when the people in my life that I care about is away. You can't have a nice ass crib, bro, and don't know, and can't have anyone to be around with it, bro. When there's a will, there's a way. God has a way, bro. I feel it. And I pray for everyone that's been going through their own shit. Praying for them, bro.
I've never been a fan of it. I know people go through things, personal things or whatever. I just don't see turning to social media, cutting on the camera and putting your face into the camera and just doing all this screaming and hollering and crying. Like, literally, like, girl, do you have a family member? Like, call Nikki and vent to her and see if you guys, or she can talk you through it or console you through what you're going through. I don't know why people do that. To total strangers, you will never see me. Shout out to Terrence, child. Shout out to Terrence. You never see me click my button and go on social media and do all that crying and carrying on and screaming and hollering in the phone if I'm going through something like that. That's what therapy is for. Get a therapist. You have a sister who is a millionaire, honey. Let her pay for you some good, deep, intense therapy where you can go and talk this out to someone who is a professional, and they can tell you where to place those feelings and how to place them to where you don't have to be on social media looking and going crazy like this. This is a lot. I see a lot of people doing it. And it's not healthy. It's really not, because total strangers, one, are sitting back looking at you like, what the fuck is this? Okay, seriously. And I get it. Sometimes people don't have people to turn to, but you have a sister, you have a mother. Okay, I hope you have some friends that can tell you, girl. Oh my God, this is a lot. Let's move, child, because she ain't about to take my spirit down. No, man. All right, so let's get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta news. All right. Moving on, child. We breezing on through. We're going to breeze on through. All right. So this says that now that the Nashville trip is over, you guys know this is Angela Oakley, says, but there's still so much to unpack. Let's get into it. She's having a conversation with her husband, Charles Oakley. Let's get into it. This is Angela Oakley from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's go.
Let me tell you about Nashville.
All right.
I called you.
I was in Tampa. What happened?
Porsha was upset that I invited Drew.
How you invite someone to Nashville?
Listen, well, I wanted Porsha and Drew to kind of get along. My intentions were good. That's something you would do.
No, I don't do like that.
Oh, gosh. He loves to play devil's advocate. So much so that I look to him to get the opposing side's viewpoint. I'm like, you know what? Let me just ask my husband what the haters think. He'll tell me fresh off the top of a hater's head. I'm like, Charles, you're supposed to be on my side. Anyway, Porsha had a dinner party. And so Porsha had Britt talking for her.
You wanted Drew to come, even though Porsha was like, she's not invited.
She's never told me that.
I mean, really? Let Porsha speak for herself. If she got a big mouth, I mean.
Anyway, I was just like, okay, so Porsha, why did you take that lady's husband?
How did you know she took it?
The streets know she took it.
That's the worst person to talk to, the streets.
He's told me to kiss her ass at that point.
Okay, well, you might have been wrong for asking her that. It had nothing to do with you.
Oh, okay, stay on this Porsha wagon. You buckled up?
I don't wear belt.
Oh, well, you need to. Anyway, I hear Porsha, Britt, Kelly, and Shamia talking about you. How you are messing with a girl in New York. Porsha. Wait, we still on the Porsha train? Okay.
Porsha don't know me.
Okay, but
it don't
let
matter.
me tell you what else she had to say
Go
about
ahead.
you. Like, you're just so easy to Let me tell you about Nashville.
All right.
I called you.
I was in Tampa. What happened?
Porsha was upset that I invited Drew.
So y'all hear that? So now she's telling Charles what Porsha said in terms of that she was going to F him. I don't know what is going on with Porsha and why that she would let that fly to her mouth. She knew it was wrong, obviously, because she turned around and lied about it to say she didn't even say it. And several other people who were around her pretty much said, yeah, we heard you when you said it, because Angela heard it when she said it as well and went downstairs to go and confront her. And upon confronting Porsha, Porsha went running upstairs saying, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that. So now she's talking to Charles. Charles like, I don't care about that. I don't want to be. It sounds like he don't want to be in the middle of women's or girls' situations or their little cat fights. That's what it's giving. But my thing is, Angela, girl, if you know your husband like that and you know he ain't on that kind of time, then I wouldn't even take that to him like that. I mean, like at the end of the day, Porsha is grasping for straws. She don't really have a storyline this season. So anything that she can talk about to stay relevant, I feel like that's why she put that remark out there. She can't talk about Simon because she's on the gag order. She can't talk about anything related to him or anything connected to him. So that kills her storyline. So what is she going to do? She's going to drag out being mad at Drew Sidora this entire season, and she's going to turn her nose up at anybody and everybody so that she can get some clout and attention. Porsha is not standing up and taking the reins like she's supposed to this season, and so she's grasping. That comment she made about Charles Oakley and that she could sleep with him or F him, that was her grasping, because what else is she going to do? She's not bringing anything to the show. And so now that Phaedra is coming back, now she's going to attach herself to her and ride that wave so that she can, try to remain relevant on this show. A lot of people are like, why did they even bring Porsha back anyway? She ain't giving nothing. Like all that hype about, oh, I'm going to do this and oh, me and Simon did it. So people was like, oh, well, maybe she's going to talk about what's really going on between she and Simon, only for her to get on the show and she's sitting there with her face all scrunched up every single episode and mad at somebody else. Like she's really coming for Drew Sidora this season. I never knew that Drew could pull this much anger up out of you, girl. Like seriously, but shout out to Angela Child and shout out, because they're saying that Angela really is the it girl. That Angela is really the it girl. That Bravo wanted her all the way back since season 3. She declined. Season 5, they asked her again. She said no. So obviously she's on this season, and she's really standing up and doing what she needs to do this season. So yeah, I feel like Porsha may be feeling a way about that because Angela Oakley is getting a lot of attention and clout via social media, and everybody saying that they see it for her, and they're pretty much dogging out Porsha and saying, hey girl, why are you here? All right, let's continue. Let's get into some Love and Marriage Detroit news. Okay. Child. Brandon on this show. Brandon made a comment that made people kind of side-eye him. Okay. Y'all know he's married to Christina on the show. So they get ready to have the reunion for Love and Marriage Detroit. They only had like 4 episodes. I was like, damn, why y'all already at reunion? I've been trying to watch this show. It's been boring as hell, y'all. The ratings have been so low. I told y'all the last time I peeped at the ratings, it was like 78,000 people watched. I was like, girl, if y'all don't take this shit off the TV. But anyway, so Carlos is sitting down and having a full-fledged reunion for a 4-episode show where the ratings were only 78,000 per episode. Child was like, what? Y'all didn't even deserve no damn reunion. Let's get into what was said, because right here where my mouse is pointing, okay, Brandon makes a comment about him divorcing his kids that made a lot of people kind of side eye him like, excuse me, what? All right. And he also made a comment about which I also saw on social media, where he was talking about singer Coco Jones, saying that his wife Christina actually sings better than Coco Jones, and that Coco Jones needs to have some vocal training. I was like, sir, have you heard your wife? And I like Christina, but Christina, baby, you cannot sing. I don't know, maybe you were nervous on the video that I saw, but baby, it was given no. You were sounding a mess, girl. You were sounding funky fresh and sounding a fucking mess. But let's get into this
next on Love and Marriage Detroit.
Is that the riding section? The eggplant riders.
Oh,
the eggplant riders.
Constantly got the D on his mind.
Yep, Detroit. Absolutely.
I love my husband to death, and I know my husband wants a son. And now I'm sitting here tossing and turning with my emotions like, dang, I got to go through labor and, this whole experience again.
I just know how it felt growing up without a father. I would hate to have to explain to my daughters, that something has happened to him.
She had all right, so that's the couple, the lady that was just crying. That's the couple I was talking about when I covered this the other day, where the husband was saying he didn't want to share his location with his wife, and she felt aware about that because he does work in the nightlife. He does have like a club, and she was concerned about him always being out all time of night late, and he didn't want to share his location or tell her where he was going. And she felt aware about that. She said, hey, I'm old school. I grew up where my parents, it was a successful marriage, and I don't want to be in that, I don't want to be in a situation to where I'm kind of looking over my shoulder or wondering if my husband is out here doing something. Like, why are you so hell-bent on not wanting to share your location with me? Okay, so that's what that was. That's why she's crying.
A baby. So just saying, hey, yeah, congratulations on the baby. You knew. I didn't say I didn't know. I did know, and I did not reach out.
I sometimes feel like it's very difficult for Chris to just be the big.
Now, girl here in the pink is supposed to be Letitia Scott from Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's supposed to be her Sarah, her friend. So Tisha's been promoting Love and Marriage Detroit because her friend is on there, but obviously it ain't working because nobody's really watching this damn show. I'm surprised I was even watching, but because I started watching from season 1, I said, let's see what season 2 is going to give, and it gave absolutely nothing. Let's continue.
Bigger person.
If you guys didn't have kids, would you two still be married?
I was willing to divorce the kids too.
How you willing to divorce your kids too? Mind you, Brandon and Christina, they had been separated for quite some time. Brandon moved out and moved back in with his mother while he was going through the separation from Christina, and she stayed at home with the kids, with their 2 daughters. So they decided to reconcile. He came back home, but now he's out here just talking crazy and talking about he was willing to divorce Christina and divorce his kids as well. How do you divorce your kids? When you leave and divorce your wife, you still have children to take care of, emotionally, psychologically, financially, and any other way that they need you. So you divorcing them, meaning you wasn't going to have a relationship with them at all. I mean, the comments, they had some things to say about that. This person says, Brandon, shut up before you be back in your mama's crib. And will. Damn, they only had, like I said, 4 episodes. All right, says willing to divorce the kids. Says the Lord, I pray that this is just editing, okay, and being messy, and that he's talking about something else, okay. This other person says, now, Brandon, you saying that you was willing to divorce your daughters is saying that you was willing to divorce your responsibilities as a father. I think he responded, okay. Because he did. So this person here says that Brandon said, okay, I get it, but that wasn't a smart thing to say in front of people. Says that you need to protect your family at all costs so that the frenemy won't have anything bad to come at you with when you have beef. Says that then Brandon came back and says that, yeah, I feel you on that. Okay, like he don't give a damn. So the next person says same thing I thought, but I trusted reality TV person to clarify how it suits them. Okay. Says that it's the Brandon and Christina show everybody mad. What? Hold on. I don't know what they talking about there. But yeah, for him to say that, people, he was kind of getting tore up online from saying that he was going to divorce Christina and his kids. Let's move on. I don't care no more, child, because that show sucked anyway this damn season. I don't know why Carlos still trying to hold on by a thread to keep this damn show on, because it sucks. Let's continue. All right, quick update. Okay, and when I say quick, I mean quick. For Karen Huger, you guys know that she is now serving some prison time for her multiple DUIs. All right, you guys saw the video on my channel where I showed you guys when she pretty much wrecked her Maserati and had a huge accident, and the police wound up arresting her for DUI. The courts wound up giving her some jail time for said DUI. She's had 4 DUIs to be exact. But as you guys can see on my screen, Karen Huger, honey, could be released by November due to good behavior. Okay, I feel like Karen should kind of sit out her whole entire time so that she can learn from this situation. I feel like if you give a person or give them what they want, Karen's been trying to do work duty and get out early, but the judge said no. So now they're saying, hey, maybe for good behavior. I mean, yeah, what else is she going to do in there but be good? She ain't going to be in there fighting nobody. She ain't going to be in there harassing and bullying nobody. I hope not. Okay. But so they're saying that Karen Huger, honey, could possibly be released by November due to good behavior, according to the Washington Post. Shout out to TV Deets on that. It said that despite recently being denied a limited work release, said that the Real Housewives of Potomac star is accumulating good conduct credits and is on track for early release, according to court documents and her attorney. So it's looking like Karen could be getting out soon, just in time, honey, to put the turkey in the oven over there with her and Ray in November. All right, moving on. Somebody that ain't gonna be getting out no time soon, and that's Diddy, honey. As you guys know, his trial will start tomorrow, and I will be watching and seeing what updates that we can get from that. Now, I'm hearing that Cassie Ventura is going to be the #1 star witness in this case, which is a great thing, because who would know more about the shit that happened with Diddy and the abuse than her? We've already seen the video of what happened to her in that CNN video. So that's great. Okay. Y'all know she's expecting another baby. So she'll be up there testifying, honey, while she's pregnant. That's going to bring some stress to her child, but she is willing to get on the stand and testify in this case. So let's get into what they're saying that Diddy is actually going to be facing. As you guys can see, Diddy's trial starts Monday. Says that these are the 5 federal charges that he's facing. Let's get into it. All right, so the Sean Diddy Combs is set to stand trial on May 5th of 2025 in Manhattan. He faces 5 federal charges: sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, transportation of the prostitution, obstruction of justice, and bribery. He's not gonna clear all those charges. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. And I told y'all the other day, if he gets away with the sex trafficking, the racketeering, they're gonna be able to get him all. Okay, they're gonna probably be able to get him on the prostitution. If they can't get him on the obstruction, they're gonna probably get him on bribery, because they have text messages, they have videos, they have people coming forward and testimonies from other people who have been in said situations. So I don't think he's going to clear all of these charges. Okay, let's continue. Now, prosecutors allege that over 2 decades that Combs exploited his celebrity status to coerce and abuse women during secret gatherings, calling them freak-offs, involving Drugiana-induced orgies that he allegedly filmed. See, that's how doggone R. Kelly got caught up with them damn tapes. And there you go, filming. You ain't learn a damn thing from him. So there you go. All right, so next it says that key evidence includes hotel footage depicting an assault on ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, who will testify under her name. It says that Combs has denied all allegations asserting the encounters were consensual. I doubt it. Okay. It says that Combs rejected the plea deal that could have reduced his sentence, so he might be getting life. Says that if convicted, he faces up to life. Like I said, the trial is expected to last up to 10 weeks and will not be televised. It's all right, but you know they're going to give updates on what's going on. Of course, they probably asked that it not be televised because he is, you know, I guess Diddy. Maybe he got a little pull in that way. I don't know. I was hoping that Court TV would have picked it up, but it's okay. Like I said, they'll give some updates, and I'll be here to update you guys as I hear. I'll keep my ears to the streets on what's going on in that. All right, so it goes on to say that he remains in custody at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center pending trial. Now, multiple civil lawsuits are also await resolution based on the trial's outcome. Okay, so once they find out that his ass is guilty after those 10 days, then all the other lawsuits are going to be pouring in like they did with R. Kelly. Y'all remember they were waiting on a guilty verdict, and all these other lawsuits that came forward, child, they're gonna drain his damn bank account. That's what's gonna happen. Look at how they did R. Kelly. I'm telling you that's how it's gonna happen. All these other assault lawsuits coming out, they're gonna drain. He's gonna have to pay them. They're going to be seeking some type of restitution behind these damn lawsuits, and that's what's going to happen to him. So Diddy going to be broke, Diddy, all right? He going to be broke by the time they drain it. Look at Bill Cosby. That's what happens. All these women going to come out the woodwork. People who have never talked about things happening to them before, they're going to come out and they're going to be asking for monetary gain behind these lawsuits. Watch what I tell you. So Diddy, you're going to be broke in there Diddy bopping and eating your good old bologna sandwich with no damn cheese. Let's go, child. All right. Now, word on the street, child, according to the Gossip Street. Let's get into that I saw today. I said, let me add that to my show. Because, child, this sounds like some good old tea as well. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Gossip Street. All right, now they're saying that Porsha, child, might be sneaking around with rapper Future. Now, I don't know if she's trying to have another baby because y'all know he's very fertile. Rapper Future got about 10, 12 kids. So I hope you strapping it up while you over there, okay? Because he might have more than some kids, allegedly. But it's saying that Porsha and rapper Future might be doing a little something or might have been seeing somebody have something going on. All right, let's see.
And Future are allegedly dating, according to her castmate Drew Sidora. In an upcoming episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Drew Sidora and Porsha exchanged words during a sit-down, which led to Drew bringing up Porsha's alleged relationship with Future and says it's all in the blogs. Whether Porsha and Future are dating is still unknown, but Drew is right because rumors about their relationship began last summer. Porsha, however, denies it. Porsha Williams and Future are allegedly dating.
So Portia's denying that she's got something going on with Future. As you guys know, Simon is still in the custody of ICE. Porsha, I don't think is going to be waiting on her divorce to be finalized from no damn Simon. But rumors is that she's running around town or running around low-key messing with Future. And Drew Sidora put that information out there. Not sure where Drew got it from. Maybe she saw them or maybe it's been going around in Hollywood, child. But what I do know is they're saying that Porsha Williams, honey, is sneaking around with rapper Future. So I hope she's strapping it up, child. We ain't going to stay on that. We ain't going to stay on that. All right, let me see. All right, this is our last topic. Sunni, honey. Sunni said she went to go see her husband, girl. All right, she went to go see her husband over there. All right, so let's get into it. Shout out to Love and Marriage T3. That's where I saw it. Let's give them credit on that. Says that Sunni went to her last visit to the prison to go see Moses, you guys. And he, of course, y'all know he'll be home real soon, according to what Sunni was saying in her other video. I think she said he's coming home late June, early July is when he's supposed to be home. But she did go and do a prison visit to see him. So let's get into this and what she had to say.
All right, guys. So I need this final visit for today. And maybe I'll even show you the prison. Or I'll put it in my YouTube. I'm a military baby, sister and wife, mother. It's hard to be away from family. Yes, Lord Jesus. Seeing him was just like, you know, it's my hubby, bubby, my baby. Yeah, summer is right around the corner. Yeah, he be home all the time. What's up, cuz?
Y'all hear that?
So anyway, I will check in with y'all later when I go see him. Peace.
So she says that she's going to try to show the video. I'm going to go check and see. I'm going to check today and probably check tomorrow, see if she uploaded it. And we can share it over here. Okay. She's saying she's going to go see Moses. He's supposed to be out, like I said, late June, early July. And yeah, so that's right around the corner. What are we in May now? We're already in May. So that's coming up real quick. So he'll be done serving all of his time and everything that's been kind of holding them back from being married and being happy and being together. So shout out to Sunni. I see it for her. Y'all know I love me some Sunni, child. So she done got all dolled up and got her little eyebrows and little eyelashes on, going down there to see Moses, child. All right, because I know she missed him. He's been gone for quite some time. They've missed a lot. They've missed Christmas and Thanksgiving. They missed Valentine's Day and a whole bunch of birthdays and stuff like that. I know he just had a birthday most recently because she showed it on her channel as well. So it'll be good that they'll get to be out. He'll get to be out and be back home and they can rekindle and do what they need to do as a married couple. All right. So shout out to her for that. And again, shout out to Love and Marriage T3 on that footage. Okay. But that is it. And that is all, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I tried to get you guys enough info. I may pop back in. What is it? 6? I may pop back in another time. Okay. Yeah, because I got to check on some things right quick. But thank y'all so much for joining, okay? Yeah, honey, she happy to go see Moses, child. Yes, child. They are happy to. She was happy to see Moses. So shout out to them. I'm happy that he's gonna be home soon so they can do what they need to do. All right. Yes, they said, yes, great show. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you to my Mars, Bell Wilson, Tyra, Scorpion Miss, KBR, Rose Armstead, Truth TV Podcast. Thank you, Sunny Days, for also stepping in and helping mod as well. Okay, I appreciate it. Y'all been doing an awesome job, and I love you guys down for that. Thank you to all the Caramelians that are here. Thank you to everybody in the chat as well and in the bushes. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you guys. All right, please do not forget to hit the like button and also share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Okay. Thank you guys so much. If there's nothing else, honey, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.